Well, the Cavs continue to pay the price for their youth.
Yeah, it's strange how things have worked out, because when the season began, everybody was saying, you better beat the Cavs early because they're just going to get better. Well, things haven't worked out exactly that way. Last night, the young Cavs lost to the Bucks by 4, their 10th loss in 12 games, and the news got worse. In the first quarter, John Bagley went down in a heat. Now, fortunately, it's only a sprain, but Baggs is going to be gone for 2 weeks. Last night, newcomer Craig Elo had to play 47 minutes as the comeback fell short.
Yeah, this team definitely plays hard, you know, the whole game through. I think it's just that we're so inexperienced that we make a few mistakes here and there. But that's where you got to do it out there on the court, and you got to learn from it, and hopefully this will never happen again.
Without John, it hurt us because now we got just too much inexperience on the floor. Craig Elo has only been with us a week, and he doesn't know every play. And, I thought he did a hell of a job.
Now, Craig, just this afternoon, was signed for the remainder of the season. He's going to have to continue playing well. The Cavs haven't signed anyone yet to replace Baggs, but they're going to have to get some backcourt help. Cavs play at Chicago tomorrow night and then host the Bulls on Saturday. Former Dallas kicker Rafael Septien was arrested today for allegedly raping a 10-year-old girl. He faces life in prison if convicted in Texas. I hope the Super Bowl is more exciting than this week in Pasadena. No one's popping off. There's no real news. But come Sunday, one player figures to provide an awful lot of excitement. It's Giants returner Phil McConkey. He went to the Naval Academy, didn't get to go to the NFL until he finished his 5-year commitment in the service. He was traded earlier this year to Green Bay and then reacquired for an 11th-round draft choice.
Yeah, I don't care how I got here. Anyway, I'm here. I'm happy to be here. I don't care if I came under the tunnels in the sewer tunnels in the city. I don't care. I'm here. A lot of times you don't find my temperament in a larger person, and when you do, they're usually all pro.
And so while the Super Bowl never lives up to its hype, at least one guy is going to be going crazy on Sunday. Now to a team that's been exciting since the first week of the high school basketball season. Here's Dan Coughlin with a look at the Vikings of St. Joe's.
Even I could play high school basketball if I had these 3 guys on my side, and I wouldn't lose too many either. Well, St. Joe's High School hasn't because of these 3 scholastic superstars. The Vikings are ranked #1 in the state and #9 in the country by USA Today, primarily because of 6'11" Eric Riley, 6'10" John Buford, and 6'8" Treg Lee. Everybody's gunning for the Vikings.
We're kind of used to that. It seems like every gym we walk into, there's a hostile crowd waiting for us. You know, a victory against St. Joe's might mean the season for an opposing team, might even make a program gel and, you know, get it off its feet.
Not only is St. Joe's expected to win, but to win big. This adds to the pressure.
Sometimes when we win, you go down to the locker room, and there's a team we expect to blow out, and we only won by 8. It doesn't seem like we even had a victory.
Everybody wants so much from us that sometimes I don't think we can produce it, but we should be able to with Treg, Lee, and Buford.
And I think we can live up to that challenge this year because, you know, we really feel confident this year, and we're really riding on a high right now.
Hey, doesn't anybody else get to shoot?
With guys like that on your team, no reason. When they working hard and getting good position, it's easy. Real easy, real easy.
Dan Coughlin, News Center 8 with the #1 ranked Vikings in Cleveland.
Coming up later in sports, from hoops to hockey, a look at the best high school hockey team in the area. And finally, John Carroll has named Lake Catholic wrestling coach Kerry Volkman to take over the Blue Streak program. He replaces Tony DiCarlo, who's taking over the football program at Carroll. And that's sports.
All right, thanks a lot, Casey. Well, as we will hear from Dick in a minute or two, the weekend will bring the most severe storm of the season. News Center 8's Lisa Cardelloni has some tips on how we can weather this wicked winter blast.
Keep cozy in your home by keeping the cold air out. It's simple to shut out drafts.
You could take old blankets, an old piece of carpet, put it around the base of the door, which will stop the drafts from coming in. There's also plastic that you could put not only on the outside of the windows, but also on the inside.
Limit your entryways. Try to use one door that's farthest away from the room you'll be doing most of your living in. And push your furniture close to your heat source. Also, move it 6 to 12 inches away from the outside walls. Prevent pipes from freezing by leaving a steady trickle of water running from your faucet. Did you know you could even use the snow to help insulate your home?
When you do shovel the snow, bank it around the base of the home. because that will provide an added blanket of insulation around the home itself.
Prep your car for the cold by filling it with antifreeze, stocking up on windshield washer fluid, and adding dry gas to your tank.
The dry gas will help prevent moisture from building up in the fuel line, and that definitely will be an aid to the motorists.
Check the belts and hoses.
The belts become loose, and that strains the starter, and that gives you more pull on the battery.
Keep emergency gear in the trunk, and don't drive if you don't have to. Lisa Cardelloni, News Center 8, Cleveland.
You know, in Florida, I got used to preparing for hurricanes. But this is scary. This is scarier.
Well, yeah, none of the weather people mean to scare people, but you really have to pay attention. You may want to wear all the clothing you have tomorrow. One of those days, the National Weather Service had issued a winter storm watch. That is now a winter storm warning, and the critical period, I believe the way it's going to work out now for snow, and it's going to be heavy in some spots, would be from the wee hours of tomorrow morning for another 24-hour period, and after that I think it'll just be the cold, but we'll all share in the cold beginning overnight. It is going to be a slick, quick later tonight towards midnight and beyond. You've got a few hours. You want to go out and fill up the gas tank in the car. You might want to do that or whatever, but we'll get to the forecast in just a minute.